stanza 9. 9.
Uddharedatmanatmanam Magnam samsaravaridhau Yogarudhattvamasadya Samyak darshana nishtaya.
Everyone has to put forth the efforts by oneself to gain the Atma Jnana. Unlike in Karma Kanda, where you can do many things by proxy. Sacrifices, etc. are done by who? Ritviks. Yajamana pays the dakshina and gets the result. Like that, here, let someone gain the Atma Jnana, we pay the fees and get liberated. It is not possible. Uddhare Atmana Atmanam. Oneself has to lift oneself by oneself. Why lift? Because samsara varidau magnam, already drowning in the samsara sagara. One has to. How? Samyak darshana nishtaya. By samyak darshana nishtha, the firm abidance in the samyak darshana. Samyak darshana is the right knowledge of oneself, of Ishvara and the Jagat, called Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. We'll see in detail in course what is Atma Jnana. Nowadays, lot of Vedanta is going on without knowing what exactly is the Jnana, what exactly is the Jnana Swarupa, what exactly the nature of Atma Jnana. Without knowing that, lot of Vedanta goes on. In due course, we will see what it is all about. So say, Samyak Darsnishtaya, Yoga Rudhatvam Asadya. We have seen last time this. Yoga Rudhatvam Asadya. Yoga Rudhatva is Prapta Yoga. Having the one, becoming the one who has accomplished yoga. Yoga is primarily Paramartha Darshana, the direct cognition of Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa. That is the primary meaning of yoga. Secondarily, any sadhanas, any means by which we try to gain the knowledge of Atma, that is what called yoga. Karma yoga, bhakti yoga, ashtanga yoga, any means, any sadhana that you take to either prepare yourself to gain the knowledge or to gain knowledge, or that is what is yoga. But primarily, yoga means Paramartha Darshana, the direct cognition of absolute reality. Absolute reality, you know what is absolute? We use the word absolute in English. What is absolute? That which is independent, totally independent, and itself is limitless, indestructible. That which is totally independent, it is limitless in nature, and therefore it is indestructible. That only is absolute. In Vedanta we call it Purna. It is called as what? Purna. Purna. Even that translation doesn't make much sense. Full and complete we have to say. What does it mean, full and complete here? No limitations, no lacking. So it is nothing but Paramananda Swarupa. That is what Paramartha Darshana, direct cognition of that. So having got that, so that means one has to uplift oneself by oneself. Now, to become the person Prapta Yoga, what is to be done? What are the sadhanas? Sadhanas are Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana. Now for Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, what is necessary? Shravana is not simply listening. Shravana is self-inquiry, atma-vichara, inquiry into the nature of what is I as guided by the Shastras. Manana, reflecting over that so that doubts are dispelled. Nididhyasana, by constant contemplation, chintana of Atma Swarupa, trying to make the mind get absorbed in the Atma Swarupa, that is Nididhyasana. All these definitions will come in due course, just to give you an idea what it is. So Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana have to be taken to. Now to take to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, what is necessary? You all are attending Sunday evening classes. For a Bombay person, Sunday is a very busy person. Do you know why? Friends, relatives, all they come. It is difficult to find a time, but you have managed to find some time to attend the class. Many of you are attending all these years and they know ये लोग काम से चले गए हैं ये लोग काम से चले गए हैं Sunday मिलने वाले नहीं है, so they have reconciled with the fact as such. So that is it. But you should have some leisure. When you are busy with any hectic, that means activities of life, it is not possible to take to inquiry. Present day slogan is, life is full of care, there is no time to stand and stand. We delude ourselves by such slogans. That is a problem as such. So that only means the person doesn't have priority for that particular pursuit. Many years back, Mr. Sharu Rangnekar, a great management expert, he was in a teaching and a training course with the executives. He said, executives have to keep themselves abreast with the knowledge of current affairs. They have to take decisions and all that, you see. So for which they have to read newspapers and chronicles, etc. Don't say you don't have time. If you say you don't have time, it only means you have no priority for it. Yes? You have no priority for it. You have time to go to the club, you have time to watch the TV, you have time to see the cinema, but to read this, you have no time. In your case also it may be the same thing. You ask, you don't want to go somewhere, I have no time. They will ask, you have time to go to Vedanta class? And because you don't have priority for something else, and what for you have priority, they don't have the priority. It happens. So therefore, so leisure is necessary. So some time has to be found. Now the stanza that is going to come is actually meant for sannyasis. It is not meant for grihasthas. Grihasthas cannot desert the duties. They have to take to the duties. Grihasthas have to find a via media. Somehow they have to take the spirit of this stanza because they can't renounce the actions. So what is told here is to have the time for this pursuit, totally to take to this pursuit, one better gives up the karmas. All are not eligible to give up the karma. One whose mind is capable of taking to this inquiry and dwell on that truth, that person only is exempted from karma by the Shastra. Because karma means time is involved, and such a person has no leisure to take to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. As per the Shastra, see, suppose in a villages, etc., or I say, a Mahatma has come and some discourses on Adhyatma is going on. There is a Brahmana who has to do his daily anusthana, and that anusthana needs a lot of time. In the morning hours, he has to do the anushtana. And the discourses are in the morning only. Shastra exempts this person from the anushtana on that particular day. Why? Priority is for adhyatma. Even karmanushtana is a means to take to the final pursuit of gaining the knowledge. So that is there. Now, those who are mature, for them, Shastra gives the sanction to give up the karma. That is called as Vividisha Sannyasa. It's called as Vividisha Sannyasa. What is Vividisha? Veditum Ichha. Desire to know. Know what? Atma Swarupa. Brahma Swarupa. So this instruction is meant for those who are eligible to take to sannyasa. Grahasthas have to take the spirit of it. They should try to find out some time to take to this inquiry, though they can't desert all the duties. Sannyasya.
Sanyasya sarva karmani bhavabandha vimuktaye yatyatam panditaidhiraihi atma vyasa upasthitaihi sanyasya sarva karmani bhavabandha vimuktaye yatyatam panditaidhiraihi atma vyasa upasthitaihi
Sarva karmani sanyasya bhavabandha vimuktaye yatyatam. May the proper, adequate and appropriate efforts be put forth by whom? Panditaihi, Dhiraihi, Atma Abhyasa Upasthitaihi. You will see that. What is to be done? Sarva karmani sanyasya. Having given up all the karmas. See, karmas are of two types. Worldly activities and scriptural activities. Sarva karma, worldly activities and scriptural activities, because this person is eligible to take to sannyasa. He can give up all the karmas. Now we should know what is the purpose of karma. Why karmas have to be done? What is the need of doing something? See, if one doesn't take to karma actions, it is just not possible to live in the world. We have to take to worldly activities if we are to survive in this world. That is one thing. There are other karmas which are scriptural karmas. In the Vedic parlance, it is yajnayagas, agnihotra and such things. After Puranic age, it is puja, patha, japa, such things, and all these things should be taken to, including pilgrimage and all those things. So these are there. So now, these scriptural activities are taken for further two purposes. One is to fulfill one's own desires. Someone wants heavens. Just by desiring heavens will not be available. One has to work for it. How to gain the heavens? Vedas do tell. So that is one thing, yes sir. That is, or any fulfillment desire, even puja pathas are done for fulfillment of one's own desire. That is one purpose. Now suppose there is a person who has got maturity of the mind and not that much, he is not hankering for the fulfillment of desire. He wants to gain the knowledge. Can he straight away give up the karma? No. See, look. You see, already told. Karmas by themselves cannot give Atma-jnana. That doesn't mean that giving up of karma is going to give the Atma-jnana. If that were the case, how nice it would have been. Nobody actually wants karma. If you have doubt, see the plight of office-going people on Sunday morning. Ayyo, musibat. Huh? After Saturday, Sunday, again we have to go to office today morning, like that. Nobody wants karma. Nobody wants to work. All they want is ready packet, their salary packet at the month end as such. It is the nature of human being to desist from karma. That is it. Merely giving up of karma is not going to give Atma-jnana. Then, if karma can't give Atma-jnana, giving up of karma also can't give Atma-jnana. Yes, it can't. Why? Will be told afterward. To gain Atma-jnana, certain frame of mind is indispensable. It is called a Chitta Shuddhi. We are going to come soon as such. Chitta Shuddhi. Purity of the mind is necessary, and this purity of the mind is possible to accomplish only through karma, only through actions. So therefore, the utility of karma is twofold. One, to fulfill the desires. Second, to prepare the mind so that it is capable of gaining the Atma-jnana. Now here is a person who has already got the eligibility of the mind to gain the Atma-jnana, and therefore karma to this person is a big burden, as a result of which he is not able to get the time to take the pursuit of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Such a person is straight away exempted from karma by Shastra. And that is what is called a Vividisha Sannyasa. A sannyasa, a scriptural sanction is there to give up the karma so that one can take to the pursuit of gaining the Atma-jnana. So that's what we do. So therefore, such a person who is eligible for that, sarva karmani sannyasya, having given up all the karmas, bhavabandha vimuktaye yatyatam, he should put forth efforts to get freed from bhavabandha. Bandha, bondage. Of what? Bhava. Bhava is samsara, the bondage of samsara. What do you mean by bondage? Are we tied up by something? It's not that. Limitations, tensions, confusions, problems, sorrows, no happiness, all this is anxiety, and all this is what is called as the limitation, parichannata. That is what the bondage is. So bhava bandha mumukshaye vimuktaye yatyatam, one should. Who has to put forth efforts? Panditaihi, dhiraihi, atmabhyasa upastitaihi. By such persons, having given up the karmas, efforts have to be put forth to gain Atma-jnana. Who are these persons? Panditaha. Panditaha doesn't mean scholar. Panditaha means, the one who has got Panda is Pandit. Nowadays Panda means your mind will go to Allahabad and all such Pandas. No. Panda means Brahma-jnana, Atma-jnana. The one who has got Atma-jnana, he has to put forth effort. Question is, if he has got Atma-jnana, where is the need of any efforts? So therefore, Panda here means aparoksha jnana. Some information is there from Shastra that my Swarupa is chaitanya Swarupa, free from samsara, free from sukha dukkha, I am limitless, I don't have birth and death, no samsara for me. Means he has picked up something from the Shastra that second-hand information. Brahma is there, Atma is there, that is our Swarupa. We have to gain the knowledge, though not directly cognize. That knowledge, what is called as paroksha jnana, in contrast to aparoksha jnana. Aparoksha jnana means direct experience of Atma Swarupa, direct cognition of Brahma Swarupa. In paroksha, it is indirect. Shastra says so, I heard so from the teacher's teaching like that. So that is what is Panda. Means the person who has got paroksha jnana about Atma Vishaya, Brahma Vishaya. By such Pandita, Dhiraihi. The one he should be Dhiraha. Who is Dhiraha? Bold person. What is the boldness here? Dhiraha. See, that way also, to take to pursuit of Atma Jnana, it needs little courage also. Do you know why? Majority. Even if you, by some God's grace, even if you have got interest in Atma Jnana, opposition is more. Starting from the immediate next family member or immediate next family member onwards, and all in the society, what Vedanta, what is this Atma Jnana? दूसरा कुछ काम नहीं है क्या तुम आपको? So therefore, that is the answer. Other thing, what is the accepted pursuit in life? खाओ, पियो, मजा करो. That's all. खाना, पीना, सोना, मरना. That is the goal. But to go against that, it needs some guts. First, the person must be convinced of the pursuit. Otherwise, slightest look of the other person is enough to stop the pursuit as such. So, slightest sarcastic look, okay? So that is enough to stop the pursuit. See, look, it is easy to get drifted along with the current of the river, but it needs efforts and capacity to go swim against the current of the river. So, khana pina sona marna, majority do it, so that you also one of them. But take to this pursuit, first you have to convince yourself of the pursuit. And then that strong will must be there to resist any other opposition. Not to bring any others to harm as such, but no impediment can stop this pursuit as such. So that's why dhira. But still, here dhira means much more. We can get the meaning of this word dhira in Kathopanishad. In what sense Adi Shankaracharya has used this word dhira can be found from Kathopanishad. There a mantra is there. Paranchikhani vyatranat svayambhu tasmat parang pashyati nantaratman. So, kashchid dhiraha pratyagatmanamaikshat avrutta chakshuhu amrutatvam icchan. Dhira comes there. First he says, who has created the Jagat? Parameshwara. Swayambhu, Parameshwara. Self-existent divinity principle. What did he do? Paranchikhani vyatrinat swayambhu. This Parameshwara has created khani, is a technical word. Kham means akasha. Kham ke khani. Khani is plural, nominative plural of word kham, akash. Spaces, how many spaces are there? One or many? Many means empty space here, other space, stomach space and all those spaces. But space is one. Space is one, is it not? Now, kha, space, is upalakshana, an indicatory word for all the panchamahabhutas. And panchamahabhutas further signify jnanendriyas, karmendriyas, the sense organs and organs of action, because indriyas are made up of panchamahabhutas. What is meant is Swayambhu, Vira Swayambhu Parameshwara created the senses extrovert. Paranchikhani Vetrinat Swayambhu. He created the senses extrovert. Tasmat Parang Pashyati Nantaratman. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, touch. Always they are engaged in perceiving the external object, not the Atma Swarupa. There, one word is there, Vetrinat. You know what is Vetrinat? Himsitavan. He did a great damage. Who did the great damage? Swayambhu, Parameshwara. I think he should be taken to task. He created the senses extrovert and afterwards tells what? Indriya Sanyama. You restrain from the Indriya. Why should he create that way? Is it? You can easily say, look, it is manufacturing defect. Why do you ask us to withdraw from the sense object? Because Bhagavan himself has created the sense object across world. Therefore, manufacturing defect, we are helpless. No. Ishvara had to create senses extrovert. Do you know why? Because you have placed the order accordingly. Your order is that way. Why do you want the embodiment? Gross body, subtle body, including the indriyas, why do you need it? To begin with, to exhaust the karma phalas. Karma phalas can be exhausted by interaction with the world. Indriyas have to be extrovert or introvert? Extrovert. So who is to be blamed? Wrong order we have placed. What can be done? The very fact that birth we have taken means for this purpose only. Indriyas have to be extrovert. But Bhagavan knows. In spite, he did create according to your order. Bhagavan did create the senses extrovert because your order is so. But he has kept a provision. Do you know what is the provision? There is a capacity to withdraw the senses from sense pursuit. But extra effort is necessary. Left to themselves, the senses get carried away by the Vishayas, the sense object. But by little effort, it is possible to withdraw. That person is described as Dhiraha. How? The word is there. Avritta Chakshuhu. Avritta Chakshu means, literally means one who has closed the eyes, means one who has withdrawn from the sense pursuit. So that dhiraha, atmanam pratyagatmanam aiksha. He got the knowledge of pratyagatma swarupa. What for? Amrutatvam icchan, desiring immortality. Freedom from samsara. Otherwise, whether you need it, not whether you like it or not, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. No other go. Repeated cycle of birth and death. All that you can do is send a SOS call. Iha samsare bahudustare kripaya pare pahi murare. I am sinking in this, please help me to get out of it. He is ready. Only his complaint is you don't call him. That's the thing. Anyway, this punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. Repeated birth and death and that janani jatare shayanam. 9 months in the mother's womb. Very cozy things. We don't know. We don't know. This staying in the mother's womb is the most torturous condition. If you want to know, you read in Adhyatma Ramayana, in the Kishkindha Kanda, there is a narration. Jatayu's brother meeting one sage. I think Chandrama, I forgot the name. You see, what happened was, Jatayu and Sampati is Jatayu's brother, elder brother. They were once trying to reach the sun, soaring high, up they went. And they were nearing the solar orb. By the very heat of the sun, what happened? They were about to get burned. Elder brother Sampati, to protect the younger brother, spread his wings so that he protected. Jatayu did get protection, but unfortunately Sampati's wings got burned and he fell down. And it was somewhere near the Chandrama Muni. Chandrama Muni was a fast friend of his. And he came to know, hey, what is your plight? And he described all the same. At that time, there is a narration of what all happens from the time of conception up to point of delivery. Our gynecologist should study research is required. You see, really, from the 5th day onwards, and when the life comes, etc., all these are told. But once the life has come, it is a very torturous condition, like in an oven. Oven, the fellow is roasted. All around is what? Filth. All around is filth. Total dependence on the nutrition from the mother, etc. And they say, it is said that at that time the jiva remembers all the past and takes a vow. What? Once I take birth, no more this samsara. I will remember Hari and get freed from samsara. And once he comes out with the trauma of delivery, blackout. Yere maja maglya. good old game starts. So that is what it is. Janani Jathare Shayanam. So they say such a thing, very torturous condition. So that being the case. That is why, see, child is born, all are happy except except the child. That's why it cries. It cries. See, even if it doesn't cry, they make it cry. The midwife or the nurse will hold with the leg and give 2 slaps. Do you know what is the reason? My interpretation, okay? If you don't cry, you are misfit to be in this world. This world is meant for only those who cry. Because the world is like, don't tell others, okay? So that is that. So that is that. They say for breathing, etc. They say medical science say for breathing. Why breathing? It can breathe otherwise also. You need not cry for that. Anyway, that is not a point. So that is there. So that means it needs that bent of mind to go against this, that dhira, avrita chakshu. Avrita chakshu means one who has withdrawn from the sense pursuit, dhira. So amritatvam ichhan, to give with desire of gaining the moksha, liberation. All moksha, etc., all words will be defined in due course. And who are they? Panditaihi, dhiraihi, atma bhyase upastitaihi. There is a sandhi there. Atma bhyasa upastitaihi. Atma bhyase upastitaihi. Those who are engaged in atma bhyasa. Question comes, what is this atma bhyasa, brahma bhyasa? Right? Atma bhyasa is like this. Somewhere a definition is given. Atma bhyasa means total commitment to the pursuit of gaining atma jnana by taking all the required means. It is like this. Tat chintanam. Repeatedly thinking of what? Atma Sarupa, Brahma Sarupa. Tat Kathanam, talking about Atma Sarupa. Anyonyam Tat Prabodhanam, mutually with co-students discussing about Atma Sarupa. Shastra. Etadeka tahab, etadeka paratvam. Total commitment to this pursuit. Nacha brahmabhyasam vidur buddhaha. Tat chintanam, tat kathanam, anyonyam tat prabodhanam, etadeka paratvam cha brahmabhyasam vidur buddhaha. Means total commitment to this pursuit. What we do, instead of tat chintana, what is chintana of ours? Anything but Atma, Vishayas. Then tat kathanam, what is our kathana? All politics onwards, all the shop talks. Anyonyam tat prabodhanam. Suppose few people meet together, you know what all talks going on there, etc. No. Total commitment to this pursuit, that is Atma Abhyasa. By such persons, what is to be done? This pursuit has to be taken to. Now here, Sanyasya Sarva Karmani is told. Having given up all the karmas. Karmas, the duties have to be discharged. Who has told us? Shastras. Our own Shastras tell us one has to perform the duties. Karmas have to be taken to. How do you say that karmas have to be given up? How is it possible? For example, we have got many Shruti passages in the Vedas that karma is inevitable. Yavad jivam agnihotram juhoya. Whole life long one has to perform, a Brahmana, one has to perform the Agnihotra. Kurvanneveha karmani jijivishet shatagam samaha. Ishavasya. The full human lifespan is 100 years, maximum. Whole lifespan, what is to be done? Kurvanneveha karmani. Iha, in this life, performing the karma alone, one should live. So like this, many Shruti passages are there which impress upon everyone to take to karma. How do you say that karmas are to be given up? That is true. Karma is inevitable so long as mind is not ready to gain the knowledge. If the mind is ready to gain the knowledge, very same Veda tells, na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyagena amrutatva manashu. Amrutatva, immortality, moksha, is not possible to accomplish by karma, the prajaya, by progeny, wealth, not by wealth, tyagena eke, by giving up all this alone, knowledge and thereby liberation can be gained. So therefore, in Vedanta we should know what is to be done, by whom, up to what, all these need to be known. It's very important. Karma is inevitable, but once the purpose of karma is served, that same karma has to be given up to take to higher pursuit. See, children, they desist going to the higher standard because they are accustomed with the school classroom, school teacher, class teacher, etc. They don't, but they have to be pushed for. So you have to get promoted. So likewise, here also, so what is that? So that means one has to advance in sadhana. Karma is the first step. Afterwards, one has to advance. See, I don't know, this example may not work nowadays as such. Nowadays, everything you get butter in a packed ready-made. See, do you know how the butter is made from the curd? You have to churn. Nowadays, mixie, yes, mixie. Now in mixie also churn. But there is a point up to which you have to churn. If you cross it, the butter that has come will get melted away. You are not going to get the butter. Churning is necessary, but not beyond a limit. So even whether you churn like this or otherwise there is other way of churning, they put in a bottle. You don't know. I had done it. See, in a bottle you put the curd and then go on shaking. In between you have to lift the thumb to gas to come out. I used to volunteer. Do you know why? Thoda. Along with that you can get little fresh butter also. So like that. So but churning has to be done up to a certain point. Likewise, karmas have to be taken to until what is said as antakarana shuddhi is gained. So the role of karma is being described now.
चित्तस्य शुद्धये कर्म न तु वस्तूपलब्धये वस्तुसिद्धिर्विचारेण न किञ्चित् कर्म चित्तस्य शुद्धये कर्म न तु वस्तूपलब्धये वस्तुसिद्धिर्विचारेण न किञ्चित् कर्म
Earlier, it was told that karma cannot give Atmadhyana. What is the role of karma? He says, karma chittasya shuddhaye. Karma is meant for shuddhi, purity of the mind. The question comes, what is chitta shuddhi, or otherwise called as antakarana shuddhi, or also known as chitta prasada? You know, in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate. What is that prasada? What is that chitta shuddhi? What is otherwise called as antakarana shuddhi? It is that frame of mind wherein one can directly experience, directly cognize Atma Swarupa. To see your face in the mirror, what do you need? What should be the condition of the mirror? Mirror must be clean. Is sufficient? What else? It should be plain. Suppose it is concave or convex. You can do tamasha. Okay? You will have a distorted reflection. If you want to have the reflection as the object, it should be plain, it should be clean. Suppose if the mirror is dirty, what you should do? You have to clean it. You have to clean it. Likewise, our mind as it obtains today is not fit to cognize Atma Swarupa. Because this Atma Swarupa is such that it is free from all attributes. In course of time, what is that frame? We will see Chitta Shuddhi, etc. Free from attributes. It is free from names and forms. If in this mind, reflection of Chaitanya Swarupa Atma, which is our true nature, has to be cast, the mind also must conform to the nature of Atma. Otherwise, the vagaries of the mind will get superimposed on Atma, and what you cognize is not the true nature of Atma, but mixed with all the projections that are there in the mind. If you want to eat a chocolate, first remove the silver paper wrapper. Otherwise, you are so in a hurry to eat it, and you say, what will happen? It will be sweet mixed with bitterness of the paper. Is it not? Like that, no. Mind has to be a replica of Atma. This capacity is there in the mind inherently. That is what Bhagavan's creation. if mind didn't have the capacity to conform itself to Atma Swarupa, Atma Jnana is next to impossible. More of it will come when that's, like if you have that word Sthita Prajna, Sthita Prajna is from this Bhagavad Gita. That Prajna, that is what is necessary. A ready frame of mind to have that Prajna. That was, for the time being, we call it Shuddha Antakarna. Purity of the mind. The mind which has got the capacity to display, exhibit Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa in its true nature. Chittasya Brahma Prathananukula Swachhata. That Swachhata, that purity of the mind which is capable of reflecting Atma, Brahma in its true nature. That is what is called as Chitta Shuddhi. Here comes the role of Karma Yoga. Actually, in Vivekachudamani, Karma Yoga is not explained in detail. All that is said is karma is necessary to take to accomplish Chitta Shuddhi. And the way of accomplishing Chitta Shuddhi is Karma Yoga as described in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So, with the due devotion to Ishvara, dedicating all the actions to Ishvara, so that means, generally how do we do the karmas? Keeping the eye on the result. No. This is something enjoined upon me to be done. I do it as with the sense of duty. Results, it is the purview of who? Ishvara, not mine. So that what happens? Otherwise what happens? I want this. Therefore I take to this karma. Thereby I will get this result. Then I will enjoy that result. What is repeatedly coming there? I. Do you know? For first and foremost thing in gaining Atma Jnana is this I has to be victimized. First casualty in Atma Jnana is notion of I-ness in the body. And by this what happens? I want that. Identity with the body, strengthen. Therefore I do this. I have earned this karma phala. I am going to enjoy. So you do and see, look, not that you should not have the results of action. Once action is done, whether you want it or not, results are inevitable. Even if you say, no, I don't want, no, unless you are a jnani. Unless you are a jnani, results are bound to come. Why? Ishvara's laws. Then why you put your mind in all these such things and intensify your identification with the body? Therefore what? You do, see, not that you don't need the result or you give up the result, it is just like do and deny the result, that's all. Let not your mind be preoccupied in the result. Ishvara's laws will take care and you are bound to get the result if you need it. If you have got knowledge and if you don't need, nothing to be bothered about it as such. So therefore, Chittasya Shuddhaye Karma. The karma is meant to for the purity of the mind, natu vastu palabdhaye. Not vastu here is Atma Brahma. Not to gain Atma Brahma means not to gain the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. Why? Vastu siddhi vicharena. Atma Jnana, accomplishment of Atma Brahma, gaining the knowledge of Atma Brahma is what? vicharena, by inquiry. Vichara, atma vichara, by self-inquiry. What is me? What is not me? How I have mistaken what is not me as myself. So by such vichara, na kinchit karma kotibhihi, even by performing crores of karma, Atma Jnana is not possible. Do you know why? In performance of karma, do you know who is going to get strengthened? I notion, ahankara. Ahankara. Of course, it is too early to discuss all these things. In due course, as we proceed, will be more clear as such. So this ahankara, I notion, gets strengthened with each and every karma. What is necessary is distinguish between I, Atma, and Anatma, what is not I, and discover the Swarupa I. So karma by themselves cannot give knowledge, but they do help to gain the Chitta Shuddhi, which is indispensable to gain the Atma Jnana. So therefore, Atma Jnana is accomplished by inquiry into the nature of Atma Sarupa. Is going to be explained further with the help of an illustration of Rajju Sarpa. We will see that.
Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam jnanena margena mahim mahisha go brahmanebhya shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu kale pashyatu kalyanyah prithvi sasya shalini desho yam shovarahitah brahmana santu nirbhaya om sarve bhavantu sukhinah sarve santu niramaya sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya om purnamada purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnameva vasishyate om shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.
Next Sunday,